A few weeks ago, I saw this AI video, and I thought, that's pretty cool. But it also came with a feeling of doom and wonder about whether AI is going to take away every artist's job. Let's find out by seeing if I can beat it.
There's no question artificial intelligence will remake the workplace.
Last week, the pioneers of artificial intelligence warned us about the scale of the challenge, as well as the opportunity.
2017 was the year I discovered and started learning visual effects. I was completely hooked, spending most of my time behind the computer making crappy videos. And somehow, at an age of 18, those videos landed me a job at a visual effects studio across the world. I spent the next 4 years of my life working on various movies and shows. And to be honest, I still don't understand how they trusted me, just a kid, on these multi-million-dollar productions. I love my job, but in 2022, I quit to make TikTok videos. Yeah, doesn't exactly sound like a promotion, but it was the best choice I ever made. It's given me countless opportunities, but most importantly, the freedom to make whatever I want, and it's what led me to start doing YouTube full time. So when I saw AI video for the first time, I started wondering, am I out of a job? The first major text-to-video model, Sora, was released at the start of 2024. It was surprisingly good and a big jump from what we had just a year prior, and I think it was at this time a lot of creators and visual effects artists got a bit nervous. Could you soon be able to type anything at all into this model and get exactly what you ask for in video format? Well, yes, but actually no. Even today, in 2025, these video models are not perfect. They generate a lot of jank, and it's very hard to get them to do exactly what you want. However, that doesn't mean it's useless and won't take away jobs. It's already been used to create commercials, and some actually look pretty good, but others look horrendous, like this one from Coca-Cola. But where you've probably seen it a lot lately is on social media. It seems to be filling up more and more with AI videos, but few, if any, look realistic. I feel like it's mostly the uncanny and shock value that makes these videos gain so much attention. However, some use AI in a more subtle way, creating pretty cool art pieces. Someone's made a bunch of AI videos of a person standing in front of a giant dragon which have gained hundreds of millions of views, and it made me wonder, can I make it better, or has AI surpassed me? Okay, so in order to make this for real, I need an epic location. And as per usual in my videos, I headed to the mountains. After a short hike, I had an epic view of a mountain and filmed a clip of me pretending to hold a torch. I decided to be smaller in frame than the reference to really help sell the massive scale of the dragon. I helped my girlfriend film a video for her YouTube channel too, where she'll be creating a similar shot, but I'll tell you more about that later. With filming done, let's move on to adding the dragon. I went dragon shopping and landed on this one. It's got that mean look I was searching for, and it's pretty high quality. I import it to my scene and scale it up a ton. The textures don't really hold up when I scale it from a 10-meter tall dragon to 200 meters, so I grab this crocodile skin texture and apply it for more detail. I render it out and done. Yeah, this doesn't really look that good. We have a dragon, but we're missing everything else to make this shot look epic and realistic. Like the fire, fog, smoke, sparks, glow, etc. So let's add that. But before we do that, let's have a look at our reference. I would say it's still pretty easy to spot that this is AI, but who knows, maybe in a few years it'll be impossible. Will every movie be made this way by one person inputting prompts? Will there be no more directors, no more actors, no more crew, no more visual effects artists? Well, no, I severely doubt it. We humans crave things that are real, and I think even for something like an animated movie, we appreciate it even more because we know real people made the story, created the visuals, and did the voiceover. Take my YouTube page for example. If AI could create the VFX shots I make with just a prompt, would my videos be useless? Well, no, because even though my whole YouTube page is about VFX, in actuality, pure VFX is less than 5% of my videos. My page is about creating VFX and the story I tell while doing so. I don't think AI will ever be able to replace that human aspect. Who knows though, maybe I'm completely wrong and will soon only be consuming AI generated content. Although there's one more big reasons why I think that won't happen, which I'll get to in a sec, but first, let's finish the shot. Well, first of all, the dragon's mouth should be watering since I'm such a snack, so let's add some drool to his mouth. I do this by adding lines between the dragon's lips and turning that into a mesh that I can simulate for the most natural saliva motion That's a sentence I think only VFX artists use. Something else that's gonna make this shot a whole lot more realistic is sounds, and I am lucky to once again be sponsored by Artlist, the site I've been using for all sound effects in music for my videos. Using their library of sounds is just so easy and fast, and it really elevates my work, like in this video. I just checked, and I've personally downloaded 465 different sounds from them, but that's nothing compared to the over 72,000 they have in total. Since I make VFX, I have a lot of strange visuals that can be a challenge to find sounds for, but what's amazing about Artlist is that their search actually works. You don't need to rip your hair out trying to search for the exact sound. You're able to just search for something like ice cracking and find exactly the types of sounds you're looking for. You might have heard that sound is 50% of the movie-going experience, and I think that this is 100% correct. It helps sell the effect you're going for so much, and bad sounds will ruin any shot. To demonstrate how much of a difference sounds make, just listen to this compared to this. If you'd like to give Artlist a try, feel free to use the link in my description and you'll get 2 months for free while supporting me in the process. Huge thanks to Artlist for sponsoring the video. Now, let's get back to it. Let's remove the dragon for a sec and work on our background, because while it's pretty epic, it can look even better. I start by taking this image of a volcano, extracting the lava, and adding that to a mountain behind me. I add some fire and smoke plumes on the mountain as well. Next, I render out some normal-sized dragons to give a bit more life and scale to the scene. Finally, I cover all my hard work with some clouds and atmosphere. Okay, that's already looking a lot better, but when we add the dragon back, it looks even worse since we have no atmosphere in front of it. So let's add clouds in front of it, add moving fog, and I also used Houdini to simulate some smoke around the dragon as well as smoke in the mouth and nose. I have the smoke be sucked back in to indicate breathing, which I think looks pretty cool. Let's keep going. I add fire, sparks, lens dirt, embers in front of the lens, glow, and grain. Now we're talking. It was at this point I realized I had completely forgotten about the torch I was supposed to be holding. So let's remove everything for a second, as this scene is getting pretty massive and slow. I was hoping I could just 2D track in a torch fire element, but unfortunately the up and down movement of my walk makes it look super fake. I therefore have to find a torch model online, manually 3D track all 430 frames, create a fire simulation, and composite it to match. Since this was shot during the day with the sun out, we can clearly see a bright spot on me, which kind of breaks the day for night illusion. But I'm gonna pretend this is just a torch lighting me up by turning it red. Not perfect, but it works. Let's add everything else back, and now we're almost done. Phew. Now, after all this talk about how I don't think AI will take over content creation, you might be shocked to hear that I use AI all the time for my videos. Even this one. The first way I used AI was to generate reference images. Reference is so important when creating VFX or any artwork for that matter, as it gives you a clear direction and you can choose a look before you start. The next part I used AI for was rotoscoping. Rotoscoping is when you cut out the person or object to place in front of your CG renders, and in this case I used Runway's green screen tool, which uses AI to automatically cut me out. I also used Photoshop's AI tool to extend the frame so I could be even smaller, and I even used it to extend this meme earlier in the video. And lastly, I of course used this AI video as reference as well, and I think this is a great way to use AI video for quickly finding a look you like and maybe even storyboarding. Using it as a tool rather than a complete replacement is how I think it'll be used moving forward. The last point I want to touch on regarding AI video is the problem of infinite possibilities. This is even a problem for AI images. Take a look at this prompt for example. Create an image of a dragon eating a hamburger. If I keep asking this to an AI model, it'll give me completely different results every time. This is because there are almost infinite variables in an image like this, like the dragon's size, color, proportion, texture, the burger's position, size, ingredients, shape, the background location, time of day, weather, and that's not even getting into the camera perspective, lighting, composition, and a million more variables. Even when I try being super specific, it's not even able to create what I want. And with AI video, this problem becomes 100 times worse with motion being added to the equation. The last thing a director or artist wants is to give up creative control, which is why I don't think AI will ever fully replace human created media. Who knows though, maybe I'm coping. Either way, it'll be very interesting to look back in 5 years and see if I'm completely wrong. Anyways, let's finish the shot by finding a LUT, which is super easy using Artlist library. I quickly try out a few ones and pick the one I like the best. The last step is sound design and music, where Artlist again comes in clutch, and I am easily able to find everything I need. Okay, it's finally done, and like I mentioned earlier, my girlfriend, or actually fiance now, because this video took so long I had to propose to her while making it. She actually made a How to Train Your Dragon inspired shot at the exact same location, which turned out awesome. So I highly recommend you go check out her YouTube video, which is linked below. But first, enjoy the results.